Yeah, it's the deal. The grind is real over here.
Complete their goal of getting through a grueling 82 heartbreak to celebrations.
The usual.
So I think for myself and for many other successful players that I've seen, those that have tried to approach life with the same way that they approach basketball, that's just living with passion, try to learn as much as you can, enjoy every moment. Usually to me, they are the most successful because it takes pressure off of playing the game.
And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. And that one is off. Good D by Drummond.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Oh, great ball movement there.
Jazz trail by 18.
Cheese, you still there, bro?
Here's Mitchell. He has 6. Gobert dishes to Ross. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA.
Where the chips at?
What chips?
You ate them all.
I thought you had some chips.
No, see?
You said you had some chips in the car.
No, I didn't. I said I got some cheeses in the car. And then I said something. I said, what you get from the store? You said chips. You said you can have some.
Here, dog. You don't even want them. Your bridge card right here. Well, I'm about to eat them. Up.
Has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people.
Got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes a village, and for guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age, it's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed.
Gobert can't hit.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Morris, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. For Detroit, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Detroit also making some changes. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Stanley Johnson, and it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. Rubio with it. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rubio's got 7 points in the game.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting to it.
And so is Detroit in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their transition game has been in full effect. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Stan Van Gundy. Coach, a very good first half for you guys. How do you assess the game so far?
I thought our energy was good, our ball movement was good, and it always looks good if the ball goes in and guys are making shots.
That's the name of the game, right, Coach? Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and some of it is based on how the defense is playing you. He didn't force things. Instead, he rewarded his teammates.
Joe Ingles is out there with Yarebko, and it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Ricky Rubio, and it's Mitchell in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Here's Morris. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we've got a breakdown showing the average 3-point attempts versus 2-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for Utah.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Excuse me.
The first one falls. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yep.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred
Give me some air,
ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently, the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
Yarebko, the pass to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Donovan Mitchell be thinking he be doing something.
Take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete.
Oh, they ain't even gonna make the playoffs.
They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. Now,
and I think for the Jazz, being where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Man, they have to find a way to get better and not just be a mid-level team. Whether they get things together and accomplish this remains to be seen.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Back to Ingles. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Kicks to Mitchell. Lets it go with the 3. No good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Here's Morris. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Morris has got 21.
Love seeing the offense run through the big man. Drummond with great vision and terrific feet.
Rubio against Jackson. They set the pick from the Ingles. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Ingles has got 9.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Pass to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Here's Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And Chris, power forwards today shoot a lot more 3-pointers. If you played today, I think you'd be incredibly effective in that role. How do you think you'd be in that role?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's something I would definitely have fun and relished in. I did shoot threes a couple of seasons in Washington and was pretty successful at that, but the style of play was just so different then. Big men were asked to stay in the post, and there's a lot more work in the post, a lot more pressure on the big guy to get to the free throw line to wear down the defense. So the whole game was different then. The big man kind of ruled the game. Today is the point guard's game, and so what's great is I'd have to step out to give the point guard a lot more room to drive, to take a shot blocker away, or because there aren't any shot blockers. And so I definitely would love to hang out in that corner and shoot that easy 3 or at the top after a pick and roll and pop right back. That would have been a lot of fun. Plus, it would give you freedom because when you can shoot that Jimmy like that and you got a nice wet jump shot, it allows that pump fake to work all day. So I would have pump fake a lot from that 3-point line and dunked on a lot of people. So that would have been fun to have that freedom as they do today. Just like it's fun watching these young guys let it fly from that 3-point line.
Utah calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance fight Goose.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense on it, because what they've been doing so far is not working.
For the Pistons, Wells comes in for Morris, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Rubio outside. He dishes it to Ingles. He feeds it to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Utah.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Here's Wells. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And it's 6 points for Shammy Wells.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Jazz trail by 20. There's a good screen. Rubio dishes to Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. Back to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. He has 6. Shoots over Wells. And it's Mitchell missing.
His shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide.
Utah, C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Crowder comes in for Joe Ingles. And Alec Burks subbed in for Mitchell. And a different look here for the Pistons. Johnson, he's checked in for Drummond. James Ennis comes in for Reggie Bullock. Morris is checked in for Wells. And it's Ish Smith in for Langston Galloway. Udo gets the bucket. Udo's got 4 this quarter.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Well, over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles.
Are you fucking serious? Serious?
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
And Rubio kicks to Udo. They set the pick. Here's Burks. Not going to go that time. Smith with the defensive effort.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep it.
Morris, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Cheese, man, what the fuck is you doing?
From 13, Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 6 points.
Well-coached team. They quickly recognized the size.
What you playing, Fortnite?
That led to easy points.
Up top, Morris. Covered by Rubio. Again, the miss by Morris. Jazz trail by 16. Just 1 second between the shot
Battlefield.
clock and game clock.
Nope.
Rubio with it.
You got Call of Duty?
Defending, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
And he's good on the 2nd. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd. Morris against Rubio. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Good on the triple.
Working my way to a double-double.
I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And then as an opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons.
That's the first time somebody hit a buzzer beater on us all year.
Everything's falling into place, and we'll see if they can keep it going. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Nah, we blowing their ass up, but still.
Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Yeah.
We need to make solid plays, okay? Solid plays, aggressive plays. That's solid plays, all right?
Wanting to keep up the energy
All right.
here, Stan Van Gundy would also like to add a dose of greater efficiency.
You know, it's a delicate balance. To perform your best, you need to go 100%, but also be in control while doing it.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth, we've got Johnson. Griffin is out there with Andre Drummond. And there's Jackson. And it's Morris in at the point. Burks kicks to Rubio. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Burks. There's the 3. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 16th rebound on the night. And the wide open shot from Morris.
Oh, my.
And the miss by Morris.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot because it's such a clean look.
Rubio outside. Pass to Uretko. There's the triple. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now
Green Beamer.
At all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Burks, the pass to Uretko. Johnson against Crowder. Uretko kicks to Crowder. To the left side wing. Rubio with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
These niggas hacking me, bro.
Even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Free throw good from Morris. And Morris drops them both. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
13.
Rubio against Morris. Udo kicks to Crowder.
What's your
It's a
rank?
good screen. Rubio in the corner.
14.
Off the pick. Again, the Jazz score.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Here's Morris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. Jazz trail by 17. And Rubio kicks to Utah. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio dishes to Uretko. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Jackson. The feed now to Drummond. Crowder with the steal. He kicks it to Udo. Dishes it to Burks. Passes it to Crowder. Feeds it to Uretko. Crowder is screen on Griffin. Kicks it out to Rubio. And Utah another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Right wing. Griffin kicks to Morris. Shoots over Rubio. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Griffin. And that's now 30 points for Goose. Here's Rubio. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Udo kicks to Burks. The dish to Udo. Back to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim. Pistons leading by 13. Griffin passes to Morris. Kicks it to Drummond. Outside Griffin. The pass to Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. And the basket is good.
What an amazing display of concentration.
And Rubio kicks to Udo. It's Crowder on the wing. Burks sets a screen for Crowder. Pass to Rubio. Floats one. Good D by Drummond. The Pistons have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making, and he's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
There's the screen. And Rubio kicks to Burks. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, it looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first half start, but he is really hitting his stride in the second.
Here's Griffin. Another 3 for Detroit.
He continues to get space and let his outside jumper fly. He's been spectacular this game.
Jazz trail by 16. Knocked loose. And Rubio kicks to Udo. And he feeds it to Rubio. He dishes it to Udo. It's Crowder on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Offensive rebound. Back to Morris. Pass to Drummond. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert is checked in for Udo. Joe Ingles comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Mitchell in for Ricky Rubio. And a switcher also for Detroit. Wells is checked in. Jazz have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Gobert the screen. Burks dishes to Ingles. Hits the three-point bomb.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Griffin passes to Morris.
Right where I want to be.
Shot clock at 6. Pulls up. High post. Johnson. Come on. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Utah. And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 10. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter.
I don't sit around playing games with these fucking legs.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax, and they're getting wide-open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Wells kicks to Morris. There's the triple. And Wells the bucket on the assist by Morris. Morris has got assist number 8 now on the night. Jazz trail by 13. There's the pick. Gobert the screen. Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Griffin. Here's Mitchell. Plays it up and banks it in.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen. Something they work on every day in practice.
Pistons leading by 11. Here's Morris. Gobert with the block. And that one's good. Drummond.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Detroit.
On a given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made a difference.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 7 games this year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Blake Griffin.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was a complete package.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Free throw good for Morris. And the Jazz with some changes. C.J. Miles is checked in for Urebka. Ross comes in for Mitchell. And Raul Neto subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Then for the Pistons, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Andre Drummond. Reggie Bullock comes in for Blake Griffin. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Johnson. Gobert the screen. And here's Ingles outside. Rebound by the Pistons.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Morris passes to Galloway. Morris outside. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This was a very...
Thank you, Kevin. Great production offensively tonight. How did you find some rhythm?
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's...
Tolliver look old as hell, don't he? He look like he's 50.
Man, you are on fire. Boo-boo, you know how we do. Man, in a minute, I'm telling you, I have to start calling you DJ Rookie of the Year.
Ah, man. Russ likes to hype all that stuff up. I'm not focused on it.
No, call me DJ MVP, best player in the league.
The coaches, even Hall of Fame, all talking.
You say DJ MVP. Focus on the game.
Yeah, that's what they should call me on here on 2K18. MVP, Rookie of the Year.
You got just on contract yet?
Yep, Nike.
Well, you did a commercial.
Yeah, when I was dunking on family. When I was dunking on family. Yep. I'm on a grind, y'all. See my record. Best record in the league.
But if I had 18, you would have been hit 99.
Hell yeah.
You would have go to 1-2 again, man.
Yep, they would have been hurt. But since I've been on it by myself, I ain't really had no, you know what I'm saying?
DJ, you're up.
If they ask me anything about me being the best player in the league, then I'm going ham.
Talking about season-ending obviously on their progression. Any thoughts on that?
You know, I really do keep up with that Rookie of the Year race. I mean, I check the box scores, I listen to the podcast. You need to watch yourself. But look, I expect it. You can check the numbers. The real conversation that we should be having is about MVP. So let's be honest, if it's not coming this year, you can believe that.
Yep. Cause I am the MVP motherfucking piece.
Said what I need to say, didn't feel like lapping on. You know it.
You got Detroit coming here, man?
Nope.
Heard that was alright.
There is one more tournament before the finals at the end of the summer, and we'll be following the events and bringing you guys all the so stay tuned. Speaking of the finals, we want to congratulate the 2018 State Warriors.
You know I gotta know KD in the world, baby. Yeah, dog.
Pre-game show. Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal.
Kevin Durant did go crazy though.
Get MVP or something?
Yeah, for the other finals. You ain't know that? You ain't know Kevin Durant done beat the boys again?
Bro, you didn't do nothing. It's all Golden State. But it's full of shooters. What you expect?
Kevin Durant went ham, bro.
They had like a decent team. Your brother got beat. If you won the first game, you probably would have lost, I swear. Your first game would have kicked your butts, for real.
Hell no. Golden State was just too much for the boys. The boys ain't want no smoke. The boys ain't want no smoke.
Ooh, got him. Ooh, they're creeping in my window.
I don't want to scare you. There's a kid out there with a giant cutout in his head. I just thought you should know.
Got him.
Yeah, at home. This is the first time you ever seen
Oh.
him on the road, right? Yeah.
What? What's hitting him?
Be aware, so that way if you look in the stands and see a silly look staring back at you, you won't get scared. I mean, it's not like you got a pretty face like old Boo Boo. Right.
How you know that in the corner though, bro? How you do that? You boys kicking out butts.
What you playing?
Black Ops.
It's the Pistons, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And a one-game homestand for Denver as the Nuggets will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And this is a dangerous team, there's no doubt about it, with the Western Conference's fourth best record.
And I think for Denver, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, if they're a stock, I'm buying. They faced down every challenge in front of them this season, and have turned into a team that has to be considered a major.
Oh my gosh.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Griffin. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. Some impressive athletes tonight, Brent, really on both sides. How much of the outcome will come down to which team executes the best?
Yeah, most of the games decided in this league do come down to that very fact, Kevin.
Execution.
Yeah, which of these teams is going to put themselves first in position and then to do their best with the position they put themselves into. That means execution.
Murray kicks to Harris. Harris with it.
No, you can come down here.
Millsap a screen on Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Chandler, no good.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Griffin kicks to Morris. Pass to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Now the pass to Morris. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the right there.
The boys is playing hella
Get
foul.
into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the night. Free throw good for Morris.
Take a look at Mike Malone as he made the switch from the Sacramento Kings and made his way to the Rocky Mountain, and he's got these fans on a high. He wants a lot from his players. He's got a lot of youth on this roster and is treating each one of them fairly until one steps out as a superstar for the Nuggets.
Now here's Murray. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler.
There's tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And as you said, the Nuggets have a balanced roster and a balanced scoring attack.
Well, a lot of the guys on this Nuggets roster can score some points, so having players at every position who can get you a bucket, that can lead to some great offensive success.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Miles checked in.
That jump shot is just pure from Gary Harris. He's always dangerous to score from there.
To the left wing. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. In the corner, Murray with it. Launches a 3. The rebound by Johnson. The Pistons lead it. Morris outside. Moved by Murray. Jackson kicks to Morris.
How in the world did he do that?
Sinks the three-pointer. Griffin.
How?
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Passes it to Lyles. Millsap a screen.
What? Yo.
The line. And he overshot that one, missing.
Just wondering why the defense was laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistakes.
Griffin can't get it to go in. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against Utah.
They executed on the road, stay focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo of play, keep your identity. You're able to do that here.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They set the screen. Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively.
What in the world?
And again, Denver no good. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Morris. The dish to Drummond. Griffin passes to Morris.
Why am I down so much?
Kicks it to Johnson. Clock at 6. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Harris.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Lyles. They double him with Drummond. And stolen by Drummond. Throws up.
Dang.
By Griffin.
Well, anyone looking for highlights, because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Now here's Millsap. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his pass.
That one's good. Drummond.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score.
Oh my God.
Ball movement.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Yeah, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different.
Here's Barton after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Plumlee sets the pick for Murray. Over Drummond. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And Murray showing some smarts right there. Patience in that pick and roll.
Morris kicks to Drummond. Inside. Morris outside. Off target from outside.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Feeds it to Barton. Takes a three. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that to me makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
Wells is checked in for Detroit. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. On the floor for Detroit. Griffin is out there with Andre Drummond. And there's Jackson, and it's Goose, and it's Johnson, and it's small forward. Now, here is Morris. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Morris against Harris. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Goose in their last matchup against the Jazz was terrific. He scored 32 points and did a great job locking down on defense. And, of course, found his teammates in open space. His play was a big part of why their team was able to maintain its hot streak. We'll see if he delivers a similar performance tonight, Kevin. To you.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Martin from outside. Rebound, Detroit. Morris right side. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. 10 points for Goose.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
Now here's Millsap. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The Nuggets with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Morris against Harris. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block through a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Fred?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Will Barton, known as the People's Champ, is a fantastic scorer on the wing. Fearless with the shots he takes, Brent, and very aggressive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what you love most about Will Barton, is his ability to attack a defender off the wing and play with speed and reckless abandon. It's him trying to find a more complete game, and also maybe, Kevin, trying to find a little bit more control around what he does offensively.
Now, here is Morris. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Utah Jazz.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Jokic, no good.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Morris into the lane. Count it, good. Morris has got 17 now.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the bucket.
Now here's Barton. He has 6. Harris misses.
It seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one. Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Harris with it, covered by Morris, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
I like seeing Millsap there going hard for the offensive glass and then getting the easy putback.
Kicks it out to Johnson, back to Morris. In the corner, it's Griffin. Pistons passing it around. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Griffin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Barton outside. Shoots over Griffin. Paul Millsap again.
For a minute, it looked like the shot might be blocked, but Millsap timed his shot perfectly and just got it off.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And the last meeting of these 2 teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
John Lure, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray comes in for Will Barton. Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Morris, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently. They seem to have the answer for it.
Deep 2 from Murray. Steps back and frames the jump shot. Murray's got his second basket.
Just a solid shot. Murray getting into the zone quickly from there.
Morris outside. And Morris throws it down.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim. Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. The Nuggets shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Here's Harris. Last game we saw him score 13. Murray, no good.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Morris outside. Back to Ennis. Lets it go from deep. He's off on that one. And so is Detroit. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, you have done a really good job finding other guys and creating for yourself. What are you seeing out there that allows you to do that?
I'm seeing 5 defenders.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
And Harris is a smart player who loves getting chances to shoot from exactly those spots on the floor.
Morris played in with a nice touch off the glass. Morris has got 25 points.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
The drive by Jokic, and it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Griffin. And that's now 27 points for Goose.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Millsap a screen in the corner. Murray with it. Millsap a screen on Griffin. High arcing shot, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Morris against Chandler. Takes a 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that 1 miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
The drive by Jokic. Basket counts.
Well, Jokic is simply outworking the defense right now around the basket.
Well, Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days, but the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position, but he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 shooting. And here is Murray. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.